Hi, everyone. Tonight we have
Hello.
the lovely Deann Maiden. And
Hello.
I wanted to introduce you and kind of let you tell us what you're doing with your channel.
Well, I started about 2.5 months ago. I decided to come on because of all the political stuff, and I was stuck in the house with COVID and just different things. And I decided to start reading tarot cards on it. Oops. And so I read on politics, and I want to read on mysteries. I love mysteries and supernatural and things like that. So and personal readings. So that's what I'm doing on the channel. And I just got my 1,000 today.
Awesome.
So happy. Yay! Dale's going to take me out to dinner. Yay! I know I'd jump up and down if my feet could jump up and down. If my legs would let me, I'd jump up and down. But in my head, I'm jumping up and down. And Dale says he's going to take me out for supper tomorrow to celebrate.
That is
Cool.
Awesome.
And I'm going to do 3 free readings. I'm going to draw them. I think I'm going to draw them on Thursday because tomorrow I'm on with Danny Shea. So Thursday I got to go grocery shopping tomorrow. So Thursday I got some time. So I'm going to go on and draw the names.
Congratulations.
Stacy Starr.
Thank you.
Yes. Stacy Starr, that's what she says. Congratulations.
Thanks,
hi,
Stacey.
Mama Bear.
I love her name.
Janet P. I love Janet P. She's my lady.
Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Oh,
Kevin.
hi, Kevin. Hi.
Thanks, CB.
Hello, CB. What we're going to read about tonight is actually, I got the idea from Sophie, and then I kind of changed it up a little bit because why not? Sophie was talking about the history has repeated itself, and she was going to do something on that. But I got to thinking about, several weeks ago. It was. I know it was like the last Friday in February, maybe. We're doing on Sophie's channel a reading on the czars of Russia, kind of a mediumship deal, and it was she did Catherine the Great, and I did Peter the Great. And when I was doing the reading, we were asking what he and she thought about Putin's war on Ukraine. And at the end of mine, I got, oh my goodness, he, because of the people being so riotous and the oligarchs being hurt by sanctions, as well as the people, instead of it just being the people, that someone close to him this is someone he trusts, would assassinate him. And Sophie went, oh. And I finished the reading, and I said, what? what made you go? And she said, when you said that, I saw, Caesar with Brutus, and then later I was looking at something else, and it said on the Ides of March, some sports team is going to do something. And I went, the Ides of March, the day Julius Caesar was assassinated, is the Ides of March, which is March 15th. So I thought we kind of went through and looked at the things that happened on the Ides of March and all that kind of stuff. But I know I usually don't do anything political, but to me, this war in Ukraine is not political. This is about human rights.
Yes.
So, I figured that we could kind of delve into Putin's energy of just a little bit and find out what his mindset is right now at the time. I mean, everybody's saying he's crazy, and I truly believe he is, because every time I've gotten near his energy, it has been very, very chaotic, and I was an emergency room nurse. When you get near someone who is disturbed, their energy is disturbing.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought we would kind of see how he was dealing with everything, the setbacks, the sanctions, how he really feeling, for one thing, for right now. But the week between the 15th and the 22nd, I really want to highlight that week on everybody's calendar for us to kind of look at what's going on. Because when I saw the Ides of March, it really hit me hard. And on the 22nd, there was a some sort of a religious ceremony or something, and they called it the Ides of March and all this kind of stuff. So the Ides of March is literally the Roman calendar. There are several Ides in a year. There's like 3 or 4 of them, and it's the middle day in something. So that's that's what it means. And so, but it's famous because it was the 74th day of the Roman calendar, which will fall on March 15th this year, and that's the day Julius Caesar was assassinated. So I'm not wishing anything on anybody. I'm not saying anything about, but I kind of wanted for us to see how he's feeling about everything. At this point, is it like it's going as planned? Is he irritated? I mean, he has no gentle feelings, no
empathy.
Yeah, no empathy.
So we want to know how Putin is feeling
Right now.
Ooh. Oh. Oh, I'm getting some.
Wow.
I'll be right back again. I do apologize for this.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, and for entertainment purposes only, before we forget. Let's see.
There. No.
Wow.
Keep putting the bag, the bird in his cage, and it keeps coming back.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to try this. See if you can see these cards. Okay. He's feeling very isolated, very insular. It's like, but I feel this is more like he's pushed everyone away, and all he has is yes men around him, but he doesn't even trust those. And I got the King of Pentacles. I mean, every card I got is reversed.
Really?
Do you know how what the odds are in a 5-card spread, everything being reversed? I mean, that's insane. But anyway, let's see if I can get it to focus in the helmet. It almost looks like a skull, but he has this love of money and things and status and everything, and it is being and he loves control and he loves power, and this is the epitome. The King of Pentacles in reverse is the epitome of Vladimir Putin. And this one, the Four of Swords in reverse. He needs to take a step back. He is physically unable to go on. I mean, the thing is there's some kind of physical ailment associated with this card. And but he's like, I can't, I can't do it, because I mean, everything's going to plan. I'm not saying that, because they have that nuclear plant and all this kind of stuff in the lower part of Russia. I mean, Ukraine. But it's so painful to him that anybody is resisting him, that it's just killing him. And he actually feels a little like, I mean, it's almost as if he feels some loss. This is a Four of Cups. And real, he thought in his mind that the Ukrainian people would welcome him because he's nuts. Because, I mean, you know what I'm trying to say? I mean, he feels almost it's almost cognitive dissonance. He doesn't understand why everybody is, everybody's against him. Everybody is fighting him. Everybody, and he's like, he does not understand, because he is elderly and surrounds himself with yes men.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. And that means the legacy that he leaves will be, I mean, he's losing it. He's losing a good legacy. And the only legacy he will receive is, to go down the history books as a... Are you okay, Sophie?
My bird is stressing the bejesus out of me. I keep trying to put him in his cage and he comes back. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. You
Go
might,
for it.
well,
Yes.
you might mute yourself just
Yes, I
while.
will. I apologize.
Oh, no problem.
Okay. You want me to go ahead and go?
Yeah, and I'll put you up here.
Okay. What I'm getting for him is this all centers around money. It all centers around money, sudden wealth. He wants to steal the land, the resources from Ukraine, and he's willing to kill everybody to do it. Again, 10 of Pentacles, second card on money. He's wanting money. I also got the Temperance card in reversed. So it talks about him being unbalanced which, we had felt, and the conflict and the discord. But yeah, he is unbalanced. And he also got the Four of Swords here, which almost looks to me like a coffin. He's in fear and he's having anxiety about everything going on. He knows that there are a lot of people that would like to kill him, that would like to take him out, because he has just really hurt his country. He's stressed out. He's feeling overwhelmed. He's trying to recuperate right now, but he's going to have a tower moment. There is going to be a tower moment for him. He's worried about this. He knows that there are so many people. He doesn't trust anybody. He doesn't trust anybody. He got the High Priestess in reverse, so he doesn't have he doesn't have good intuition right now. He's not making good decisions whatsoever. I got that there was going to be some sort of document or message. I don't know what this is about, but he is worried about trying to stay out of trouble, trying to keep somebody from killing him. He's worried about himself, but he wants what he wants. I got something about a privileged lady. I don't know if that might be one of his daughters that's trying to talk to him, trying to talk him out of things. And last year he got the Fool. He's unbalanced. He's a fool. He's just he doesn't care about anything but taking that money, taking those resources from those people is what I'm getting right now. And there are people that want to take him down, and rightfully so.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's try to do this. Hopefully he'll stay quiet. As I was mixing the cards, I heard Liev, like the city Liev.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, because it's in the far west of the country. It's close to Poland, but he has a site on Liev. And okay, he has a site on Liev because that's where the press is. He wants to control the press.
Oh.
Yeah. I have the High Priestess with the Six of Sword. That man had a lot of instinct. He had a lot of psychic abilities. We've talked about that before. And sometimes he knows when we're tapping into his energy. That has left. That is gone because he's too imbalanced. And here I have the Emperor with the Death card. That's interesting. His status of Emperor, the status that he seeks so much, is kind of gone. He's losing control of his people. He is surrounded by yes men, but the yes men are getting a little nervous. They're getting nervous about what is going on. And also the Emperor and the Death, Brutus killing Caesar. In the center, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is it's a fire energy, and that's at the center. I feel this is kind of Ukraine, and Ukraine is losing feathers. But when you look at with this deck, you see all the cups, in the water. But when you look at a regular tarot deck, usually there are always two cups still standing, and I'm counting on that to. I'm hoping that those two cups will remain standing. Now, I feel that this is about Ukraine and the Knight of Cups. Like you mentioned before, he felt that his people, as well as the Ukrainian, would be all for him to take over Ukraine and make it part of Russia. And he felt because he is surrounded by yes men, it fits. Because he is surrounded by yes men, he felt that he would be working with other people that would be of the same mind. But that is not the case. Now, right now, there is the Three of Cups. That's usually a celebration, but those ladies are upside down. And with the Eight of Wands. So things are going to speed up. He's in an all or nothing kind of mind frame. And I don't know. I'm not feeling good. But the other thing too is with another deck, I saw the Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, sorry, and I felt like he was on a boat, losing his balance. And it's pretty much the same thing you guys got. You know, he's losing it, and he's not. Yes, I am. I'm about to kill my bird, but yes, I'm feeling much better, Debsy. Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. I love this bird to death. I'm not going to kill him. Strangle him slowly. But yeah, I feel that he really is losing it, and I'm worried about Liev.
Yeah.
You're worried
Is it
about
how Liev? Is it how you pronounce it in English? Liev. That's the city where all the
the country or the area. Okay.
yeah, the city of Liev.
Yeah, the city. Okay.
Yeah, he has a site on Liev.
Well, you know, me and Kathleen was talking about, I was telling her that I was listening to Nostradamus, and he made a prediction that in 2022, that the head leader of Russia, which is Putin, would die on a ship in the night and be hit by a lightning. So I wondered if maybe he might be hit by a bomb, try to get away, try to escape, people after him for some reason or something. But and another reader was saying something about him dying on a boat. So I don't know. That's something I was wondering about too.
Lightning, a missile.
Yeah,
that would be seen as a missile.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it would show up as a trail of light going down. So you know, that really ties in with.
I feel it feels right.
Yeah, and I felt I did a reading on him a while ago, and I felt like he's going to be on the run. You know, for some reason that there's going to be people. But somebody, his own people, like you said, kind of like Caesar.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and so on this one, I'm gonna kind of sit out, but I wondered if I'm trying to figure out how to word this, but is anything going to happen to Putin's health from, you know, in the week between the 15th and the 22nd of March? Because it's Tuesday to Tuesday.
Between the 15th and the what?
22nd.
Okay.
Of March. Because I know what I got already because I couldn't wait. I looked.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Oh, these cards appropriate here. Let me just see if I get anything else here.
But I mean, the thing is it was on March 15th that Vladimir Lenin
Yeah.
had his third stroke, and he eventually died in January of the following year. I think it was 1923 or 29, something like that, and
No,
he
20,
died.
it would be between 22 and 24. He was not
Okay,
alive
then
in
it was 20.
29.
Okay, then 23. March of 23 is March 15th, 23. He had his third stroke, and his third and last stroke, and then he died January, like 24th of 24. So he just never got over the stroke, and he eventually died from it. And Tsar Nicholas of Russia on March 15th abdicated his throne in whenever. I can't remember what year it was, but it was March 15th as well. So just laying it out there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Ron. Hello,
Hello,
Sharon Sipe.
Ron.
Hello, Indigo
Hi, Ron.
Chrysalis.
Hi, Viviane. Hi, guys. All right, just putting my cards down. See if I get anything.
I feel that with the Knight of Swords, is it okay if I go ahead?
Yes, please.
Okay. I feel that with this Knight of Swords and with the Seven of Cups, it's his mind that's not going right at this time. He's in delusion territory, and he's going there pretty quickly. There is an end coming that is definitive with the Ten of Swords and the Star. Something is ending. There is some energy that is Evan, baby, please. Thank you. There is some energy from the from the star that I feel that comes like from heaven and from the earth as well, that is bringing this death forward, or this end forward. Oh, the lightning.
Oh, really?
And it's in the water. Oh. Oh. Like the star lady here is getting the energy from the stars and from the water. That is very interesting. I feel that people are going, and I'm not thinking that's Putin, I'm thinking about people evaluating his work. And they're young people, they're not old people. And they just want to, they're basically right now, I think that that thing has gone into a coffee mug and drank like a full liter of coffee, dark black roasted coffee. He's crazy. I do apologize about that. After the reading, I'm going to bring him back into his cage and knock him up. So, and then I have the Five of Swords here. It goes hand in hand with, his work being evaluated by the youth and the fighting that is occurring. And the Nine of Swords trying to the Nine of Swords is trying to he's trying to guard himself, but really those two cards here are really speaking to me. the Ten of Swords with the star, it's really speaking to me because of the imagery is very telling to me. And I feel for some reason, I don't know if it's because I read on the internet that the Ides of March is between the 13th of March and the 15th of March. I might be influenced by that, but I feel that one of the key dates is the 13th, the 15th, and the 22nd. So those 3 dates are very important. At the back of the deck, I get the Queen of Sword, Justice, Lady Justice. It's not the Justice card per se, but this is the lady who can be very cold and you know evaluate things in a very objectively and coldly, and not afraid of, oh, and I'm hearing Russia here with this card. So maybe the Russians are going to, and it keeps on going. Then I get the Hermit card, the Hangman, and the Hermit card. So yeah, it's something is going to happen. Part of it is his mental health, but also I feel that it could also affect his physical health as well. And it comes from both heaven and earth. That is it. Are you ready, Deann?
I'm ready as I'm gonna be.
Okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
close the door.
I got the Empress, which to me is I'm feeling is Mother Russia. Okay. And the occupation card. So things are gonna work out like they're supposed to at the right time. Right now, Putin, he's between those days, he's going to have, I believe he could have a collapse or a breakdown, because I see him in despair. He is going to be in despair. He's off balance. He's not balanced at all. But I got the Judgment card. Judgment is going to come in for him. The people, his people are in poverty right now, and they, upside down happy, they are not happy. So I feel like this tyrant, which is Putin, the emperor in reverse, is going to lose a lot of his fortune. This is going in reverse also. But I do get something is going to happen between those days, and the sun will come out, and things are going to start to get better. But yeah, I'm not seeing good news for him at all. Despair and unbalanced burden. Yeah. So that's what I got.
Okay.
Now we gotta wait for Kathleen. Where'd she go?
I'm right here.
She's right back.
Oh, they just switched you off when they put me on. I forgot you were gonna do that. I forgot about us doing that for a second.
I'm just writing okay. I'm just sending a email invite to somebody, and I'll see if they want to come on. Let's see what else. On whenever I looked at it before, not on camera, I saw that basically the oligarchs and the people of Russia are of one mind, or a portion of the people of Russia, because they're kind of like us. I mean, some of them are, thinking one way, and some of them are thinking another, and that's just the way you deal with a large population. But enough of them and the oligarchs are, everybody is plotting and planning for different reasons, and his his own paranoia is going to put him in a situation where he can be taken out.
Mm.
So,
Well, I think all three of us got with the cards. He's very unbalanced right now.
I've asked if something was going to happen in March, and my pendulum is saying yes.
Mine did too.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Nicholas the 1st, 2nd of March, Stalin the 5th of March, Alexander the 2nd, the 13th of March, Paul the 1st, the 15th of March, Ivan the Terrible, the 22nd of March. Looks like March is a very difficult month for Russian leaders. Thank you very much, Adriana.
Yeah. Let's see. I was gonna look up that article. Getting my email again. Kevin, do not feel like you have to or you need to or anything. But I thought if you wanted to, you could join. You could join me. So I sent you an email. But if you there's no pressure.
Well, that is 3 coffin cards, Kathleen, that I have pulled on him. Remember
3?
Earlier with Kevin's, we got 2 coffins.
Yeah.
And I got a coffin again.
Yeah. Well, and another thing that I kind of wanted to touch on is I understand that, they are trying to evacuate their citizens. And I understand that elderly women and young children are the most important, or elderly people, I should say, elderly men and women and young children are, should be the focal point because, they have so much problems moving, they cannot run. I can understand that. But there has been, that's just fine, Kevin. But there has been a real noted thing that a lot of the Black students that are there going to school have been pulled off the train. And I thought we could read on that because I've seen a couple of pictures, and then somebody else said that was a fake interview and all this kind of stuff. And so I thought, well, I don't really see how it was fake because it was on, I can't remember if it was CNN or MSNBC but it was a national, it was a national news thing. And then I think I saw it on Trevor Noah. And so I wanted to read on what racism, it's not just in America.
No.
It's prolific. And what is it going to take? What are we going to what are we going to have to do? Because you would think that at a time like this, when everybody is running and everybody would think, oh, come on, man, come on, let's go, come on, instead of being like, you're not the right skin color. You know what I'm trying to say? I mean, it just doesn't compute with me.
I watched that, Kathleen. I seen those people. They were saying, we're students, and they wouldn't let them through. In Poland, I think it was too. And they said they were going to give them guns to fight. They go, why should we fight for Ukraine? We're not Ukrainians, And they said that the other people, well, they were more educated people. Well, how, like Trevor Noah said, well, how do they know? Did they interview every one of those people? They just looked at their skin color and assumed, oh, they're not educated. Well, they're college students. Of course they're educated.
Yeah. And I just kind of want to I don't know.
So you want to know, what is it going to take to
what is it going
get rid of racism?
Yeah, I mean, I was just, well, that was actually just what I thought. I mean, what is it going to take to get rid of racism? But I don't know how to put the question. How would you word it?
What is it going to take to get rid of racism?
Because
it's simple enough.
It's just so, I don't understand it. I just don't.
Oh, me neither.
Me neither. People are people.
Yeah.
You think in 2022 we'd be over this stuff? That things would be better by this time. Oh, one flew out. Oh, that's a good one.
To get rid of racism, one has to define it.
Mm-hmm.
And racism, are we talking racism only in the United States or all over the world?
The world.
So it's racism against all races. Am I correct?
Yeah. Right. I mean, I just don't understand. What's it going to take to make people realize that people are people? Period.
I get the Sith. We're going to have to cut away old ideas. The center of the reading, this was at the beginning, but cutting away a lot of old ideas and old preconceptions of like they said, oh, they just assumed those people weren't educated, because of their skin color. We need to cut out those ideas, maybe get to know each other. We're going to have to change that. Always lead with love, even towards yourself. To get rid of racism, I'm feeling like it's telling me we're going to have to lead with love. It starts with love. And we got the card of harmony that says together we can. So if we together, all would lead with love, yes, we could do it. Because you look at these two children and you see children, black and white children, different children. I grew up in an area where there was, it was a very mixed neighborhood. In fact, white was the minority. I didn't even think about that. I just thought these were playmates. These were kids to play with. So we need to try to live in harmony. We need to be, I got the Freebird spirit, which is the goddess card. We're going to have to learn to be more empathetic to each other. We're going to have to be more awakened. People are going to have to awaken to, they were brought up this way. A lot of these people, they didn't start out prejudiced when they were children. They became prejudiced because their parents or grandparents taught them that. So those people are going to have to awaken, and they're going to have to learn empathy for other people. And I got the mice, which is, but that sometimes can stand for worry or stress. We need to not, racism comes from fear. People, and that's what Trump puts out there, fear. Be afraid of the Hispanics, be afraid of the Black people, be afraid of anybody that's different than you. And we need to stop having that fear. We need to get to know each other, talk to each other, find out about each other's cultures and differences, and know that we're more alike than different, and then the differences that we do have make us the more interesting. It'd be a boring world if we were all the same. And the last card I got, it was the Three of Swords right there. You see that? And it talks about that growth comes from challenges. We need to heal the misunderstandings. and we need to be there for people in need. So when we see somebody of another race or color that is being judged or picked on or whatever, or police, we see those things, we as white people, because we do have that privilege, you know, we do, we need to stand up for them. Because they're not listening to those people. So us as the white people, as the people that with privilege, need to stand up for them. Because those people at Michigan that stood there at that governor's office wanting to kidnap her, they all had guns and rifles. And you know, if those people were Black or Hispanic or Muslim, they wouldn't have lived. You know, so that right there is white privilege. So we need to stand up for all our brothers and sisters that are different than us. So that's what I get.
Okay. You ready, Sophie, or you want me to go?
I'm going to give it a shot. Right now, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles coming across. There is an imbalance really in the status of each person in all the different societies across the world. And that is basically what's creating a big part of the problem. But also in the past, we were embattled. I mean, you know, there are still people who think that Black people are not as smart as white people because they're Black and they are not as evolved, which is like completely nuts. And we just talked about that as well. And also, the past history is getting in the way. And we need to get past that. And this is what's at the base of the reading. Spirit is telling us, listen, he's in the cup right here. Get past it. Get past it. You know, one of the he wasn't yelling. Oh. And I apologize. The other thing is the jealousy of the, like, you know, the other of others is creating part of the problem here. At the head of the reading, we have the Three of Wands. We're just waiting for our ships to come in. Well, that's an easy thing, but look at those two boats here in the cards. There are two boats there. Us versus them. Us versus them. Well, this could be an armada, and we could make it simply us, right? Instead of having two different ships, you put them together and you have an armada, and it makes us more powerful. With the Fool in the near future, right now, this is telling us we are very foolish. We're pretty, pardon my French, but we're damn fools. The Ace of Pentacles, there has to be a restart. I think that's our environment. The wealth is something that is creating an issue. I'm sorry. He's horrible, and I thought he was gone. And the Ace of Pentacles is basically telling us that there are some economic issues, status issues, and those issues are going to continue to, how can I say this? With everything that's going on right now, there's going to be a little reset on that, because more and more we are going to see poverty that is not going to be based on race, and people are going to realize it. You know what I mean? Right now, we think that a Black person cannot be a rich person. Only a white person can be a rich person. Or only Black people can be poor. A white person cannot be poor. Well, that's less and less true, because Black people are more and more educated, colored people are more and more educated, and white people are less and less educated. and it's going to be, this is touchy, but it's going to be a reset in social status. The way people see us, many people think that we are moving away from racism. It might be true, but it's not true enough. We need to continue on fighting. And with the Eight of Swords, basically, those are our fears to be trapped. Um, we are trapped by this. Actually, it's not. It's more than a fear. It is a state of. It is a state of mind. We are trapped by this racial thing, and I see the sun here, but in reverse at this time. Um, there is a path forward, and the path forward is true love. The path forward is by acknowledging that we have a past history, and the history that we have is not a pretty one, but we need to move past it, and we need to stop getting into the us versus them, like I mentioned before, to turn this sun right side up, okay? Because at this time we are in a Ten of Sword moment. It's, we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Sword here, and everything will be all right if we acknowledge our differences and embrace our similarities. Does that make sense to anyone?
Yep. Makes
Cool.
sense to me.
Okay.
Okay. Let me go.
I hope I haven't
read it.
offended anyone, because I know it's touchy, and that's the thing. We hope we didn't offend anyone, because it's a touchy subject, but in order to combat this thing, we need to talk about it openly with open minds, knowing that each person contributing to the discussion has um, a good heart. They want to resolve the issue. So, it's very important that we don't get easily offended by all of
Right.
this, which can be difficult.
Yeah. Okay. The first card I got was the Magician. And the Magician, he has all the tools and knows how to use them. Well, that's basically what we need to acknowledge. We are souls having a human experience. Our souls are all equal. And until we get in this out of this well, I'm better than you because I'm smarter, or I'm better than you because I'm richer, or I'm better than you because my hair is blonde, or until we get out of that mindset of always having to be better than someone. That's the key. And how do we do that? We look at things through the heart and eyes of a child and feel that golden love and project it out. It's not, it's until we realize that we have to love each and every one of us, until we realize that it is not what we're made of, it's not the color of our skin, it's not the how smart we were. One of the most loving people I ever met. Every time I came in contact with him, I would leave with tears in my eyes. He was a severely autistic boy, but he had so much love. You know, that's the key. That's what we need to realize is how judging someone, judging anyone is ridiculous, because in the Bible it says, judge ye not lest ye be judged. And that is one tenet that I firmly believe in, because I disagree with much of organized religion, but to judge someone strictly on not how they treat you, not how um, they treat their children or family, not how, you know, uh, I can see judgment on someone who robs a bank and is filmed robbing a bank and has the bank money on him and is running away with the gun. I can see, you know, passing judgment. But each and every one of us need to take a step back and view the world through the eyes of a child. That is one firm truth, and that is the truth that we have to stand up for. We have to be a shield. If we see someone doing something racist, we have to speak up. And it's, it matters if you see it and you just duck your head and turn, or if somebody says, is telling you a racist joke, tell them that that's not acceptable. We have to get to the point of finding those calm waters to sail to. We have to increase our thought processes along this line to make it happen more often, to find more common ground, so that people can see that we are them, they are us, we are all one. See the whale, until we see that we are all connected to the light, we can't grasp that reality. Some people have a bone deep thought process on racism. It's like bred in their bones, and to conquer that, we have to speak out more. We have to think outside the box. We have to use our minds together in a unified force to swim through those choppy waters. And where it starts is at home with the family. This isn't something that's going to happen tomorrow. This isn't something that's going to happen a week from now. This is something that is each generation is going to have to combat. And it's much better than it was, but it's still horrible. So I know that, let's see, what's on the bottom of the pack? Until we get rid of all the illusions and delusions associated with racism, all of the stupid, silly things of well, they're not very smart, or well, they're blah 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 blah, or they're blah blah blah. No, no, that is illusion. Let's throw it away. Okay. Well, not very cheerful news.
You know, it's funny that you had us read on that, because that last video I did on my channel, I had a subscriber say to me, because I said the one thing about Trump is he brought out the racists. He made it okay to be like openly racist, you know, by openly racist to Hispanic, openly racist. And it opened my eyes to how much racism there was out there, and how it made me so sad. Well, she said, the fact that you're grown and you haven't realized how bad it was until this point shows that you have privilege, and maybe you could use that platform to maybe bring attention to that one time. And said, would I pray about it? Well, and I thought about it, and my daughter, she's half Hispanic, and I didn't find out till years later. She told me things that happened to her because of her skin being a different color. And my grandson is autistic, and he goes to school, and he's got the biggest heart of anybody you'd ever want to meet. And he came home one day. They asked him if he was from Mexico. He said, well, I'm a quarter Mexican. And these kids were saying, go back to Mexico. Well, that kid's never been to Mexico, nor has my daughter. But it's even the kids in school have picked up this racism from their parents that Trump had okayed, that it's all right to be openly racist. And you've seen more openly racist people in school. The police are openly more showing it, the things that they're doing. And yeah, something has to be done about it. It's got to stop. It's 2022.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, but that's the thing that just, whenever I picked up the card, the 10 of cups, that was the thing, and that I just got chills, that this is family, and we have to teach our children, you know, but essentially we aren't teaching them, we just never introduce it to them.
Yes.
We never introduce those thoughts to them, and they won't ever have them.
Exactly.
You know, and then say that you know, all men are created equal under the eyes of God. All
Yeah.
men are created equal under the Constitution. All men, you know, I mean, you know, and women are created equal.
Yeah.
We are not. No one is above anyone. Doesn't matter if you're the queen or you're me. Eh, or you know, you're whoever. You are not better than anyone else because of your nationality, because of your skin. And
Exactly. And you had quoted that about judge not lest ye be judged. There was another verse talking about how we're all one body, and is the head is no more important than the hand, than the arm, than the ear, than the mouth. We need it all. And so,
Mhm.
you know, I mean, instead of being jealous, I think some people think, if, you know, I may be poor, I may be this, but at least I'm better than this race or that race. It makes them, it's like an
Yeah.
insecure person making themselves feel better by putting somebody of another race down. It's all like, you always have to kick down. Why do we always have to kick? You know what I mean? You if somebody's poor, they pick on the poor. They pick on the, I don't know. I hope we have a solution someday. My husband says, as long as there's two people on this planet, there'll always be somebody fighting. And I'd hate to think that, but
Okay. Now here's one thing that is kind of political, but mostly it's not. Um, in Kentucky, the teachers have lost their their pension because it was placed in a Russian bank. And it went from like 30 something million dollars down to, it was like, what was it? 700 or 500 something, $500,000 from 30 something thousand. I mean, from 30 something million, it was 500,000. And these are teachers' pensions of teachers who were retired, the teachers that are there paying it in, you know. So my thoughts were, it's kind of funny that Moscow Mitch at Biden's inaugural address, he looked like he had swallowed a frog.
He did.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? You know what? He's a senator from Kentucky. Imagine that. And I wonder how many principalities, like municipal things, in Kentucky are. I mean, that one was obviously a big one, and a widespread one. But I wonder how many things in Kentucky have been relayed to Russian banks. See, I'm trying to not stay political, but it just really kind of made me curious.
So how
So how
many?
many municipal type things, like the school, that's like a state
Okay.
thing. How many things of about the state of Kentucky? Well, okay, that's hard for the tarot to answer. Let's think of it this way. How far? I'm just going to go ahead and go political. How far is has Moscow Mitch involved the money of Kentucky into Russia? How is it directly linked to him, is what I'm saying, instead of, oh, it's just somebody over here that doesn't have any connection with Mitch at all, nothing at all. He just decided to hold that money in a Russian bank. That's all it is. Or is it that he was playing a shell game and got caught?
Okay, so how much was Mitch McConnell involved in that? Would that be a good question?
Okay, yeah.
Is that a good
Is
question?
Mitch McConnell involved in the? Oh, lovely. Read that.
You get something already?
No, Moscow Mitch is currently blocking the extension of the hot meal lunch program for public schools.
Of course
Oh,
he
yeah.
is. Of course he is.
Yeah, that reflects on Mitch. Oh, he makes me. Okay. I'm not influencing my cards. No. Is Mitch involved in?
I missed a part of the question. How much is Mitch involved in Kentucky government's investments in Russia?
Yeah, just is McConnell involved in any Kentucky government investments in Russia? Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Okay, I got mine.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm thinking as we're going to find out on the news, on the TV, on the radio, we're going to find out about the lies that were told, some lies that were told to us about some, I'm thinking low down, dirty things here that involve money, that could involve Mitch being in trouble and some people in trouble and getting locked up. I think the world's going to find out about it. This stands for police, CIA, FBI. So yeah, I think they're going to be investigating it. I got the fall, so I don't know what that means. If maybe we might find out in the fall about the dark money going. So it's dark and money. And I got this card, which makes me think they may have taken some of the COVID funds and stuff like that too. So that's what I got.
Let's see.
Sorry.
Do you want me to go or you go?
You go right ahead.
Alrighty. Okay. Well, I see that there is a real collaboration between Mitch and the state officials. But it wasn't until this is the Five of Pentacles. It wasn't until they, got so destitute that anything, showed up. And now they have a real burden. This is the Ten of Wands. They have a real burden to have to figure out where to put things because Kentucky is a poor state anyway. And they have been, hit hard with all of, because I don't think the teacher's pension thing is the only one, but it's the only one that was so widely known. He's working diligently. This is the Eight of Pentacles. He's working diligently to excuse me, diligently to try to rearrange things and cover it up. I'm even thinking that maybe and a lot of his own wealth has been no. I'm thinking people are asking him to use his own wealth to cover this up until the sanctions are gone, and he's like, oh hell no. This is the Nine of Cups reversed. So rather than being satisfied, she is stingy, angry. That you say what? Say what? You want me to use my money? No. But I got the Tower. So I'm thinking that this is going to be discovered and talked about. And Mitch wants this gone. Mitch wants this covered up. I got this off the bottom of the pack, and look what was directly beneath the Tower, the Death card. So,
Yeah.
Mitch may not be in Senate seat for long. He's worried about. He wants to be the majority leader, but he might not be anything leader. That is delicious.
I got some interesting cards as well. I'm using the Haunted House Tarot deck, and this. Oops. Hold on one sec. I'm all mixed up in my cards here. Okay. The first card I got was the haunted house card, which usually I take it out, but for some reason this one always sticks in the deck, so I'm keeping it there. He's haunted by this. He's haunted. He feels very insecure about this. He knows that he's involved, but look at that. The Queen of Cups, that is his wife. She is also involved in this. She's running things. She's telling him what to do and what not to do. He's just doing. That is my feeling. And I just checked my deck. Everything is right side up. And for some reason, I got the Empress upside down, Mother Russia. So he's very haunted by this decision that he was forced to take by his wife in some way, because he's not as strong as people make him out to be. He seems to be a cunning politician, but he's a weak man. That's the impression I get about him. I might be wrong, but that's the impression I get about him. Then I get the Justice card, like you were saying, Deann. He's going to have to face justice for it. And he knows it, and he's very anxious about it. But then again, I got the Queen of Swords. I just looked at the back of the deck, and they kept on popping out. The Queen of Swords, again, justice. To me, that means justice. So the Queen of Swords, Lady Justice, is going to come knocking on his door. Hold on. A DA, insiders trading. Oh, remember, Katie, when we were talking last night, I played with my pendulum, and
Yeah.
I said that he took his money out just before the sanctions were put in place, because he knew they were coming on.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Intercept. Oh.
Yeah. Both the state DA and the federal DA are going to come knocking on his door. This is, to me, the US. I feel this is the US government. That emperor is going to come hunting him down. And he's going to be at a crossroad. And then I get that he is going to be forced to leave.
Yeah, you can. Oh, I'm sorry.
Aww. But
That's
guys,
sad.
guys, I saw a few comments, and yes, there are some GOPs, and most of us here are Democrats. Because people vote for GOPs, and I'm saying that as a liberal person, okay? Like I'm a lefty. Because they are on the right does not mean that they're bad people.
No.
We should not um, gloat in in what they are encountering, because many of them who are in their late 70s are going to be forced to go back to work, and they don't have the health for it.
Yeah.
And that is very unfortunate. They didn't look for this to happen to them.
Yeah.
Maybe the Democrats need to do more to be elected in Kentucky. And that's being talked about quite a bit. So we need to always look at this from a place of love and light. We shouldn't gloat.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, you know, what's the saying? There, but for the grace of God go I.
Yeah.
It's not. It is because we we believe in love, we give love and receive love, but we we nobody can say that they've lived their life 100% in love, never saying a cross word to anyone.
No, me
Yeah.
first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too. I
Yeah.
did check the pendulum, and it did say, yeah, his wife was involved too. It was
Yeah,
working pretty hard on that. Yeah. And, you know, it's not that I have family and friends that are Republican, and I love them all. You know, I think it's hard when you see people that are getting away with crimes, that are taking people's hard-earned money from both sides, you know, and you feel like getting away with it. Sometimes you just want them to have justice. You don't want to feel like the rich don't have the same justice as the poor and the middle class, you know? So it's not about a Republican Democrat thing. It's about somebody breaking the law and thinking they can get away with it because they have so much money that the rules don't apply to them. That's what kind
exactly.
of upsets me.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, that was the reason why I wanted to read on it. I mean, first, Moscow Mitch makes me crazy, but it's so unfair that those teachers now, I mean, not through anything they've done, they've worked, you know, my mother, she had to work her age combined with um, her teaching years had to equal like um, I think 55 or 60 years. And
Mm-hmm.
so, mom was in her 20s when she started teaching, and um, she taught that entire time to get her retirement. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
it's they spend 30, 35, 40, whatever years that they need to get to this. I don't remember the exact number, but it's their age and their years teaching together that is when they can retire. And you know, and mother, I don't know how many times spent her own money to get school supplies, who spent
Mm-hmm.
her own money to have pencils in the classroom for somebody who didn't have them, who bought paper, who um, you know, and I don't know how many times we went to the thrift store and bought a bunch of coats
Oh,
in various sizes and took them home, washed them, and she took them to school.
yeah.
So it, oof,
And here, Odriana said, you cannot just turn the other cheek and let them get away with high crimes and misdemeanors. Totally agree. Totally
yeah,
agree. We just need to do it in a place of light,
And if it was a
meaning
Democrat doing this, I
justice.
would be just as upset, and I would want justice just the same. You know,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter which side, when they're taking money from the people and stealing what's not theirs and thinking that the rules don't apply. It doesn't matter if they're a Democrat or a Republican, they should have justice, because we would.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
I agree.
but the thing is if Biden had done half of what Trump had done, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because his own people would hold him accountable.
Yes.
The Democrats,
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
because rule of law is supposed to be a rule of law about everyone,
Mm-hmm.
not certain ones, everyone.
Hmm.
But it just really, really,
Yeah.
just really, really got to me because, well, I
Yeah.
mean, my mom was a teacher, and it just crushed me whenever I saw that they went from 36 million or some sort of 30 something million to like 750,000 or 550,000. Is that
Didn't
even
Enron
enough
do
to
that to
write the
its
checks?
people? Wasn't there
Yeah.
another company? Was it Enron that did that? Took all the people's retirements?
I mean, it's crazy. But this is a state, and what is a state doing?
Yeah.
Sending their money to a Russian bank outside the country. Now, see, if you got money in a Russian bank, it would be real easy to then route around it from that account and put it back, and route from that account and put it back. Imagine
But will
that.
it now? Will it now be, you think, with the
No,
war,
now,
now that the ruble's worth like nothing, and
no.
maybe they have got to put all that money in Russian banks, but maybe they're going to lose it.
Well, I mean, what they did though is they used our American money into the Russian banks.
Yeah.
That improves the Russian banks' loaning ability.
Yeah.
And then they can. You see what I'm trying to say
Yeah,
about
I
him
do.
playing
I
a
do.
spell game that way? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, my.
But it looks like we all got that justice is coming. Karma is, that justice is coming. It's going to be found out.
Let's do a collective reading. You can use oracle cards, or you can use tarot cards, whatever you got, whatever kind of cards you want to do. But I thought it could be just a good message to leave on. A message of hope.
Goodness.
I just don't. I can't understand. I mean, I understand that, to some people, money is everything. But I guess I'm just grateful that I'm not one of them, and neither is anybody in my family.
No, I'd like to be able to sleep at night.
Yeah.
You just want to pull one?
It doesn't matter. You can pull 3 if you want. It's whatever you feel like.
Okay, the first card I got is Igniting My Joy. Oopsie, wrong page. Sorry. When I hold loving intent for someone dear to me, something magical happens. I ignite my own joy and happiness when I care about another and send them blessings of peace, goodwill, and ease. Now I nurture my capacity to be kind to myself as well as to others. I regularly include myself in my well wishes, my goodwill, and my loving intentions. Since we are all intimately connected, my own happiness grows from this positive attunement to myself and to others. May we all be safe and at peace and live with ease and grace. And the affirmation is attuning to the highest good in myself and others ignites my natural joy. And the other card that I got kind of goes hand in hand with it. It is self-belief. Self-belief is the magic key that opens up a better, more inspired future, a future in which I do all things I've dreamed of doing, even if I don't know how to do them just yet. I am my own side now. I am on my own side now, backing myself. Following my own star, I will do it my own way and in my own time, comparing myself to no one. Very important. Enjoying the adventure, I will see how far I can go, surprising myself as I move beyond old, self imposed limits. As I take this journey of discovery, I know I'll figure it out as I go, step by step. I give myself permission to ask for help or go back to the drawing board because that is part of the process of finding my way to a new place. Today I am stretching into the unknown, into new territory, and daring to be bigger, bolder, and freer than I was only yesterday. And the card's affirmation is self belief is the magic key that opens up a better, more inspired future for me.
Is so cool. Okay, you want to go, Deann, or you want me to?
Sure, I can go.
Okay.
Okay, the first card I got is seeds well planted. We were talking about, what you reap, you will sow. We had talked about that. So it's talking about maybe plant seeds of love, plant seeds, of goodness. Put out good because it's going to come back to you, and have patience. It takes time. When you grow things, it takes time. But if you plant love out there, it is going to grow. It can change the world. I also got the Six of Swords here, and it's going to be the end. We're going to have an end to these challenging times that we're in, because right now we're just feeling like things are so dark, and everybody's been crying and everybody's been worrying, but it's not going to be forever. We will get through this. Those people of Ukraine, I know they've been through hell, but they're going to get through this. They're going to find their way to a peaceful place, and so will we. And I also got this card here that says just to do what you love. Spend your time doing what you love. Try to be happy. A lot is going on in the world, but we have to think of all the happy things too. We can't just constantly think of the negative. And we have to watch the news. It's important, but we have to appreciate the things we have and the good things we have too, and try to be happy. I think Danny Shea said something about his wife was dancing in the middle of this, and he thought, how can you be dancing? You shouldn't be dancing. But he said actually he thought about it, and she was doing exactly what she should do what she loves, because a lot of people can't dance right now. A lot of people can't do what they love right now. But I think it looks like if we have patience, we are going to be moving on from these times. So that was encouraging to me. That's it.
Okay. All right. This is the animal guardian, and it says, trust your instincts. Sometimes we instinctively, when we're feeling bad, will grab our pet for comfort. We'll grab our loved ones for a hug. Your instincts, as long as they are not based in fear, are your best friend. Follow those instincts whenever you have a connection to something. It's going to help you to live more comfortably in this time period. Now, if someone wants to sell you oceanfront property in Oklahoma, and they're real enthusiastic, and they talk so pretty, you get enthusiastic too, don't don't do that. But what this is it's not about convincing the mind. This is your gut. This is your deep primal instincts can help you. They're linked to your intuition. So use those instincts because you are not alone. You have your guardian angel watching over you. And it says underneath it, you are not alone. Whenever you get down, realize that although you cannot see them and you may feel so isolated because you're looking at your belly button, but there's always an angel at your back. There's always that connection to the divine trying to lead you. I know when we get depressed, we cannot think about what to do next. We get numb. We get that isolated, staring at your belly button, feeling like you need a cocoon. But when you feel like that, know that you're not alone. You're never alone. You have an angel who's trying desperately to soothe you. And sometimes it's your pet. Sometimes it's your pet that gets you out of that place. So the little things in life, grab onto them. Grab onto them. And this is the sage, be devoted and committed. But see him, he's got a quill pen and a writing paper. Stories, the stories of your life. Sometimes writing them down can get it out of your head and make room for more. Sometimes writing it out and reading it, and then realizing that now, at this stage of your life, it's not as horrific as it was when it happened. Journaling, writing things down, write them down and burn them if you have to. But the healing of storytelling, that's one of the sage's job, is to tell those important stories so that you can make the connection. So keeping a journal or something like a journal, it not only helps you, but you can leave it after you're gone to help your children or your grandchildren or your great-grandchildren, because books never go away, or they don't around me. So this all centers around being open to your instincts, being open to your intuition because of guardian angel, and telling your stories. Okay? Alrighty.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was. Both of you guys, that was good. I mean,
You too.
encouraging messages. We need that.
Yes, yes. And believe in yourself. Don't forget to believe in yourself. You need to. So,
But okay. Oh, let's see. See what Marie Henson says. And all y'all, like, share, and subscribe to all these, to my channel, to Sophie's channel, Bright Opal Tarot, and to Deann Shield Maiden. Please, please, please. Oh, and
Thank you.
I went on Kevin's thing today, and I was at 590.
I know. I
Yeah.
know. You are now at, yeah, you're at 590 still. Yeah. Isn't that great? I told
Yeah,
you.
I was
That
just
is great.
wow.
That's got me, I got some more subscribers too when I was on his channel. Plus, he's so nice.
I know
It seems to be,
he's
yeah.
a real sweetheart, and I just felt so relaxed,
Me too.
and go with what I saw, go with the reading. He was great. He really
Yeah.
was. All right.
You two ladies were really fun to read with too.
You too. And I
Thank
thank you for
you.
your patience, everyone. I do apologize about the birdies that kept coming back. Finally got them in the cage and locked them up.
Yeah, I don't hear him no more.
No, because they're
Yeah.
in the living room.
Oh, okay.
I was able to get to them. So yeah, so I apologize for that.
But,
I do.
if y'all hit the like button, I'd be real
Yes, please.
appreciative. And we will see you next week on my channel, or I will see you next week on my channel, and I think Sophie will too.
Yes.
And
On
Sheila
Friday.
on Friday. Yeah,
Yes.
on Friday you will be. I will be with you on Friday,
Yeah.
and then and next week on Tuesday, um, Sheila Angel Feather Tarot will be on. And then on the 17th, I'm going on her channel and we're going to read a little bit. So I think it'll be really an interesting week. So I love you all. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Bye, everyone.
And
Bye bye.
we'll see you later. Mwah. Bye.